Hi there, students. Lurgy, the Lurgy. Notice there are various different spellings of it. Lurgy. I think personally I would spell it with an I, but there are other variations as well. Okay, the Lurgy, or the dreaded Lurgy. It's a highly infectious disease that was invented. Yeah. But nowadays, if you've got a virus, you could say, I've got the lurgy. I think you could probably refer to COVID as the dreaded lurgy. So be careful and don't get the dreaded lurgy. It's a bit like the American word cooties. Yeah, but cooties is a disease that you get from girls when you're about 10 or 11 years old. Yeah, but the lurgy, so it's an invented disease, but it's like a joke word. The origin of this was really interesting, because it was firstly coined by the Goons. Now, the Goons was a radio program in the 1950s. And the word Lurgy first appeared in, I think, 1954 in a Goon show program called Lurgy Strikes Britain. And here it's spelt with an I, and that's why I think I would spell it with an I as well. Yeah, it's a disease that they invented. There's in the program, I think there was a national outbreak of a highly dangerous and highly infectious disease. Yeah. So effectively, this program was talking about maybe what's happened and since COVID. Yeah, I think you could definitely call COVID the dreaded lurgy. So yeah, if somebody says, why didn't you come to work yesterday? Well, I had the lurgy, I had a virus, I had a cough, I had flu. Yeah, I think very often it's referred to as flu-like symptoms. But this is a word that kids use as well. You can't play with us because you've got the lurgy. It's a bit like American kids saying she can't play with us, she's got cooties. Yeah, so a reason to exclude somebody, but the lurgy, the dreaded lurgy. Okay, so it comes from this program, the Goons. I would if you don't know the Goons, look them up. It was a radio program from BBC, I think radio, from the 1950s, and it starred Peter Sellers, who you've probably seen in the films, Spike Milligan, who's really crazy, and Harry Seacombe, and I think also another comedian, famous comedian, Eric Sykes, cooperated with them to make this as well. Okay, so the dreaded lurgy, I would nearly always collocate it with the word dreaded, because it's a really good word to it's the right collocation. Yeah, so yeah, the dreaded lurgy has been spreading around the world for the last year and a half or so, more than that, nearly 2 years. Yeah, the dreaded lurgy seems to be everywhere. So if you don't want to get the dreaded lurgy, I strongly recommend you wear a face mask. Well, maybe the face mask will stop you giving the lurgy to everyone else. Notice this word is British. Australians will understand it, but if you say this to an American, they're just going to go, what? And what is that? Okay, they just don't know this word. Okay, the dreaded lurgy. This is an informal joke. It's an informal way of saying some sort of flu virus. Yeah. So yeah, and nowadays I think by saying the dreaded lurgy, you would people will immediately assume you're talking about COVID. So formality 3.5 informality. I use it informally in a conversation. It's a great word. I'm not sure I'd even use it written in a semi-formal context, and formal definitely not. Okay, so it's a light-hearted way to refer to a disease, a flu-like disease. I think COVID definitely is the lurgy. Anyway, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Don't get the lurgy. Bye for now. Lurgy, the dreaded lurgy.